Welcome to Gail's Garden, Herbs and More. It is a beautiful, beautiful day today. But I wanted to talk to you about colloidal silver, a wonderful, wonderful homemade, or can be homemade. It's not that hard to make. Homemade antibiotic. We're not going to talk about making it today, but we're going to talk about some of the uses of it, because you don't have to make it if you don't want. You can buy it. It's a little more expensive that way, quite a bit more expensive that way. But yeah, that's what we're going to talk about. So let's get to it. Okay, here we are back inside. This is just colloidal silver. Now you need to keep it in a dark bottle. If you're going to make it yourself, you need to have some dark bottles, because it needs to be kept in a dark bottle. This is some of the paraphernalia that you use to make it, and your batteries. You can buy it, like I said, but it's kind of expensive. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about, the use of it, is it can be used in more than one way. It can be used externally and internally. Now, you can take it internally. I take about a half of an ounce, and I have just started doing it, seeing a tremendous, I mentioned in one of my other videos, a lot of help, probably 50% help on my stomach so far. And it's really taken a lot of the swelling down and helped a lot. So it is amazing stuff. And I haven't been making it for very long. But let's talk a little bit more about this. I want to show you a couple things. If your animal gets like a pink eye or eye infection or something, you can use colloidal silver for them as well. You just put a little bit on a cloth and wipe over the eye, or maybe do some eye drops if it's like pink eye or something like that. Yeah, so that's one idea. Like if your little chihuahuas sometimes have problems with the eyes. Thankfully, I haven't had that problem, but a lot of people talk about it. That's something you can do. Or if your cats with their claws and they get in a cat fight and scratch one another and get infected, then you can help with that. And let me show you one other thing. This is my chickens, and what I do is I put a little bit of colloidal silver. Now, I don't want to do it all the time, just like I don't take something continually by myself. They're following me because I have their feed while I'm talking to you. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah. I put a little bit of colloidal silver in their water, and it helps keep the bacteria down in their water. It stays fresher longer, and hopefully it'll make for a longer life and healthier life for my chickens. Like I said, I don't do a whole lot. Now, that's a pretty good sized little waterer for my 7 little hens. Well, I say 7. One of my silkies, I'm still debating if it's a rooster or not. I know one's laying eggs. I thought 2 were, but it might have been my Delaware that laid her first egg. So it made me think, because I haven't got 2 little eggs like that again. And he just acts like a little rooster. But he just doesn't look like it. They are young, but I don't know. Anyway, I'm usually pretty good at telling on that stuff. But back to the colloidal silver, yeah. No, I don't do that all the time. That's just something I put maybe in that water. I might have put, just guessing, it might have been not quite a quarter of a cup in that big one. Because that's not the little one, that's the taller one. But yeah, that's something else that you can do with it. Okay, now right here, you could use probably a little shot glass. This I got from the feed store. It's got teaspoons, tablespoons, ounces, milliliters. I love this little thing. But I use the ounces, and I take a ½ ounce of the colloidal silver. Now, this is before I eat in the morning, so it'll get right down to the stomach. And then wanting it to get further down in my gut, I'll mix about another ½ ounce of aloe vera gel with it. I need to start increasing my amount now and see if I'm probably not taking enough. But everybody's body's going to be different. I'm just a little body. I'm only 5 foot tall. So yeah, that's one thing. That's how to take it. Let me show you something else here too. Okay, you can get a little bowl, put a little bit in like this, take one of your little makeup dealy bobbers, dab it in there. I have a little, the eye doctor said it was a little gland that was plugged up on my eye, and it's been like that a long time, and it kind of swells and gets red in here. So I've been just started wiping it with that, and I'm already noticing that's getting better. And I only do it once a day. I should be doing it about 3 times a day. I just get busy and forget. Okay, another thing. Hold on, got another one for you. Okay, a washcloth. You don't have any makeup pads. Maybe you're a guy by yourself. No females around. No makeup. Well, maybe you do have makeup, but I don't know. Just use a washcloth. If you've got blemishes, put some of this on the washcloth and wash your face with it. It's just, it's an antibacterial. That's what it is. And that's what I want you to remember about colloidal silver. Great stuff. It's really important to have right now, especially this time of year with colds and flus and garbage going around. So just wanted to share a few tips with you this morning about that. And remember to give me a thumbs up. If you've not subscribed, subscribe. Make a comment. That always helps the videos to get out there more. I'm wanting to share about natural remedies and things, tips on living and life and homestead type. I really don't have a homestead, but I do a lot of that lifestyle. And I have in the past. I used to have my own place with 5 acres. I raised goats, chickens. I've had horses, cats, dogs, turkeys, ducks. I've been there, I've done that. There's times we had 50 rabbits at a time. We raised our own meat. I had a huge garden, milked, made cheese, butter. I've done all of that stuff. But life, some emergencies, some bad things happened. Life happened. So now I'm back down to just chickens, but thankfully I'm still in the country and not in town. I have been kind of on the outskirts of town a few times in an apartment. I hated it. I don't like apartments. Thankfully they were just small, like just 4 there, not like with all kinds of people. And it was okay for the time until I could get back out in the country again. But I'm a country gal, been that way. So much for me. You don't want to hear about me. You want to hear about colloidal silver. So one more tip. Okay, the last tip on this is put some in a spray bottle and wash down your counters. That will get rid of bacteria and stuff that is on your counters. Many things that you can do with colloidal silver, a little different than what you might do with an antibiotic from the doctors. But there's no side effects that I'm aware of with colloidal silver, other than if you were to take gallons of it, you might turn blue. But, anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day and weekend coming up in a day or two. Bye-bye now.